Greetings, divine radiance. How are you this evening? Welcome to your nightcap for your soul with me, Nahkila Isha of AshworthScott Life Sculpting. I am a divine interpreter, interpreting messages and methods from the divine that empower you to create and live an abundant life. So, when I tell you, I literally just got home, I literally just got here from the airport. Uber just dropped me off. My son and I talked for about 30 minutes, and now I'm live with you. So, as you all know, and I apologize for the shaking of the camera, it's on my lap. But as you guys know, that tonight was Jillian's night to get on and do her Friday feature. However, there were some technical difficulties, and I've been traveling for the past 3 days. And so I was led to do this evening's nightcap for the soul live with you. And I know it's a little bit early. So, hey, Diamond, I literally just got home from the airport. Literally came in, had enough time to wash my hands. My son and I spoke for about 30 minutes, and now I'm live. Hi, Shanna. Hi, Naya. Welcome. Welcome. So let's see what this. Oh, did you guys see that? I don't know if you saw it, but I saw it. So, okay, we got 2 cards. Now, this typically I pull 1 card for the nightcap for the soul, and that's that. But tonight, let's just roll with it, okay? My son, after we got done talking, he decided to go in his room and play his music, and he wasn't happy to see me. He's like, I thought you were going to be gone for 3 days. I'm like, hello. I left on Wednesday. I was gone Thursday. I was gone all day Friday. So, yeah. I like to surprise him with when I'm coming home. So, hi, Alice Clarity. Thank you so much for joining. I was just explaining how I literally just got home from the airport. So, here I am doing Nightcap for the Soul live. So, let's get right into it, you guys. Awesome. Awesome. Ice is awesome. So, listen, we got sensitivity. And it says, Archangel Haniel, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And then we also got angel therapy. Archangel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So, there are a few things that I was led to talk to you about as I was on the plane. And I'm just going to go ahead and talk to you about it. So, there are a couple of things. As light workers, we often feel like we don't have the right to say no to spirit. And I'm going to admit, I was one of those people as well that felt like, I agreed to serve. I said I'm going to serve. I'm choosing to serve. So even when I'm taking time for me, if there's something that comes through and I'm really in my bubble as far as like, this is me time, we're not obligated to serve. Now, I will tell you, I haven't had a moment where I felt like spirit has delivered something to me and I felt like I'd rather not. I have not had a moment like that. Not to say it's not going to ever happen, but some of you may sometimes feel like I'm just doing me, or you may feel like I'm in a space today and I'm not really feeling up to par to really serve, right? And I'd like you to know that it's okay because before you can serve others, you must first serve yourself. You must first serve yourself. And then also something else I like to talk to you about. You know how oftentimes we're protecting ourselves. So let's say we are with someone and they're talking to us about things that they've experienced or things they're going through, and we can feel like that energy attaching to us. I've heard attacking us. We can feel that energy, right? And then oftentimes we'll go into let me protect. Well, you know what we've just done? We've now sealed all that googly moogly energy into our auric field. And now we're protecting ourselves with that energy attached. So when you're in those situations, take a moment and literally see that energy being burned off of you, see it being released from you, right? And then see yourself being cleansed by the divine or cleansed by your angels. And then seal it all in with that, just saying that energetic bubble, that bright light. You can even see yourself wearing shiny armor or see yourself wearing, bedazzled clothing that's filled with crystals that reflect love and light and repel anything that's not love and light, right? So those are just some things I was led to share with you when I was on the plane today. And as we're talking about that, this card about honoring your feelings and your emotions, so many of us have been experiencing energetic shifts right now. So many of us are ascending to the next level, whether that's at the beginning stage of our journey, the middle, or we're like at some beginning that's far beyond our first beginning, right? We're experiencing a lot of energetic shifts. And so we're getting more and more sensitive. So, this is why that message of giving yourself permission to honor you doesn't just apply to human beings. It applies to spirit too, because we have free will. We have free will. So it's up to us to decide and choose. We get to choose. I just heard. Also, as long as you're serving in the light, you're going to be fine. Spirit's not going to reprimand you or feel some kind of way because you say, today it's a little bit about me. Let's see what you all are saying. Um, Alice Clarity said, awesome. And Diamond said, angel therapy, that's in the book I'm reading that I sent you. Alice Clarity said, love it. Diamond said, Raphael, I'm in love with him. I know, right? Hey, Jillian. I explained to them how we had a few technical difficulties, so I came and jumped right on. Diamond said, release, then protect. Yes, it's so important. Okay. So also, you know what, you guys, we talk a lot about the statement, everything that happens in my life serves my highest good, right? We talk a lot about that. But how often do we choose to just turn it over? Right? I'm going to share something with you all. So those of you that are in REM, you know a little bit more about my journey with the transition and how my twin flames here, and and some of you that have been following on Empower Hour have heard me speak of it. And so right now we are experiencing like this really weird situation, right? And I was feeling so sad and so down and so just like, and then I was like, why are you feeling that way? Like you're feeling that way because as a human, that's what you're supposed to feel in this situation, right? Then I'm like, that's not even you. Like I'm happy. I'm choosing to be happy because whatever is for me is for me. And I just talked to Spirit and I said, you know what, Spirit, this is what I'm ready for. This is what I'm choosing. And I trust that you will lead me to it, right? It doesn't have to be who I thought it would be or who I'd like it to be. I'm just going to state what I'd like, what I'm choosing, right? And I'm going to release the sad and all those human feelings, and I'm just going to be happy. I'm just going to trust and know that everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. And at the end of the day, if someone can't see the value in something that's right in front of their face, it doesn't matter if it's love, friendship, work, whatever the case may be, healing, then why would we choose to have to convince someone of our value? Like to me, I'm like, what are you thinking, Nahkila? It makes no sense, right? So in that instance, I chose to just hand it over. And I chose to just stay happy. So when we're experiencing something like it literally is, when I tell you I was crying, I was like really in my feelings, right? And then it just clicked. You don't have to feel this way. So when you're in a situation, it really can be that simple where you just choose to hand it over. Hand it over. These human emotions, these human feelings, they come and they go, right? We don't have to be stuck in them. We don't have to waddle in them. We don't have to claim them. We don't have to wear them. And we surely don't have to feel them. We get to choose. Everything is about free will, right? But we've been so conditioned to believe as human beings, this is what this situation is supposed to feel like. This is how I'm supposed to react when this happens, right? But when we understand that we're spiritual beings having a human experience and we step back into our power, then we exercise the gift of choice, right? So let's see what you're saying. Alice Clarity said exactly on point. And you guys, if you have not subscribed to her channel, Please do. Alice Clarity, we met here on YouTube, and let me tell you, she goes live and she delivers the most awesome messages and then vibing out to music. It's amazing. So check her out, you guys. And also, Isis LLC has a channel too. Diamond, check her out too if you have not. Let's see. Diamond said, release then protect. Jillian said, thank you. You're so right. Diamond says, set it and forget it. Alice Clarity said, let go, allow spirit to lead and choose to follow. Yes, yes. And you guys, you want to know what's so funny? So, okay. Hi, I'm Nahkila, and I'm addicted to watching general readings on YouTube. You guys remember when I told you that Spirit said one a day? I was doing so good, and then somehow I slipped, and yeah, it's not one a day anymore. So I'm going to choose to go back to one a day. But anyways, I was watching all of these, I watched the Pisces, I watched the pick of cards, and the twin flames. And so one I was watching, a couple I saw, and they were saying, you're in this separation, and the separation is going to be good for you. I'm thinking, oh, but no, we're good. Like we're getting closer. This energy that we're in is great. And I'm like, what separation? And then bam. It was hilarious. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull some more cards for you guys, for us, because these messages are not just for you. It's for me too. It's so funny. The last pick a card reading that I did, before I even got the cards out, Spirit told me which one was for me. And so I went back and watched it. Hey, these cards are wonky. I went back and watched it later, and I was like, Spirit, you're so on point always. So let's see. Let me see if I can put this down. You guys, the view is going to be a little weird because, okay, I look like Beetlejuice. You guys remember that Beetlejuice when they sprinkled his head and then his head got all tiny and his body was big? Okay, so let's see. We got igniting my joy, attuning the highest good in myself and others ignites my natural joy. And then we also got, I embrace my body. I honor and embrace all of my body. I am receptive to her specific needs. Okay, so let's see. What is... Okay, thank you. So one of the things that Spirit is also telling me to share with you is, we have our daily routines that we do in the morning, right? We usually cleanse, we protect, we set our intentions. And one of the things that I'd like to invite you to add to that routine, if you aren't already doing this, is to allow yourself to channel whatever you feel is the ultimate love. You know what I mean? Like whether it's an archangel, whether it is an ancestor, whatever the case may be, channel that divine love and literally call it into your being, setting the intention that all of this love is going to push anything that is not love out. All of this love is going to repel fear, because where there's love, fear and hate and anger and stress and worry, those things cannot exist. So take time each day to just see yourself filling up with that love, that ultimate, whatever that is to you. Some people feel like the love of Christ is like the ultimate love when we think of what Christ represented here on earth, and although I do strive to live a life according to Christ consciousness, for me, it's my maternal grandparents, right? Especially my grandmother. So that's the love that just makes me personally feel just engulfed in love and just secure and strong in that purest form of love. So whatever it is to you, just feel that love. Feel that love. Start your day that way. So as you go through your day, you're vibrating at that high frequency of love, setting that intention that nothing but love can come and enter. Nothing but love can attach to you, right? And then also, with this embracing my body card, there's a few things that started to come up when I read this. Now, number one was our bodies, like literally our physical bodies. So many of us, and I'm not even going to say women, because I just feel like it's more common knowledge that us women have dysmorphia and very poor body image, and we beat ourselves up. But there's there's men that feel the same. It's just it's not so publicly discussed, you know? And one of the things that can help us with that is remembering that this body is housing our souls. Like this body is housing a spark of the divine. Like, how magnificent is that? How can I be upset that my breasts are a 36 long and these breasts are carrying parts of the divine? You know what I mean? Like, how can I even think it's a negative thing, right? If we can really start to look at ourselves for what we are and stop buying in to what society is feeding us, right? There's these unrealistic images of what beauty is, whether it's through air breast surgery or whatever, right? And don't get me wrong, some people are actually in shape because they worked for it, right? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying what we've been raised seeing, it creates this image that we're not good enough. There's a reason for that. Because if we don't feel good enough, where's our vibration? Down in the dumps, right? How can we serve self and others if our vibration is down in the dumps? So just think of that, like these thick thighs, these arms that are my wings, I could fly to the moon and back. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm housing a part of the divine. What's there not to love? Right? But then also, when your body is speaking to you, whether it's time for rest, whether it's time for food, whether it's time for a hug, you know, whether it's time for a piece of cake, whatever it is, honor it. Your body, if you allow it and you make your body your friend as opposed to your enemy, your body is your ally. Your body is one big, huge antenna that's directly connected to the divine. So stop fighting against your body and every day find something that you can love about your body. Hug your body, love your body, speak life into your body, right? So let's see what you all are saying. Let's see. Diamond said, I love that movie. What movie? Hi, Only Diamonds. Welcome. Oh, awesome. I'm so grateful. Alice Clarity said, protect your temple. Wait, let me see. Alice. It's not Alice. You know what I do, you guys? I'll look at things and then I'll like see what I think I see. And then I won't read it all the way. Alice Clarity said, protect your temple, love your temple, for he lives in you. Yes, yes. Diamond said cake, Beetlejuice. Oh, yes, that's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but yes. But sometimes just hug. You remember when we were kids, did you guys used to like hug yourself and turn around and like move your hands on your back? We used to do that silliness. But do that with yourself sometimes. And just, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being the vehicle that carries my soul this go round. Thank you. Thank you. If we really just allow ourselves to dissect our bodies with the eyes of the divine, as opposed to the eyes of society, we'll be surprised at how much we begin to fall in love with what we see. Truly. Oh, there's someone calling. I didn't turn my phone off. It's on silent though. So let's see. Let's pull more cards. I've missed you guys. I haven't fully opened my box or unpacked my box with all my decks and my books. But what I did was opened it and just grabbed the decks that Spirit said to grab. So now this card came in upside down and it's playful. And you guys, when it comes in upside down, sometimes Spirit is telling us, hey, there's a block there, or this is an area that I'm calling on you to explore. I'm calling on you to investigate, to put more effort into. And so oftentimes we're forgetting to be playful and enjoy life. Like, it's not that serious. It's really not. Yeah, okay, we have responsibilities. We have things that we are called to do. so that we can be a part of society and function and live, right? But just because we have those things and those responsibilities doesn't mean we can't enjoy life while we're doing it. I happen to be the silliest goofball that I know outside of my twin. I believe we're about tit for tat on that. But play is so important. It helps keep your physical self youthful too. And why do we have to suffer through this experience? Why does it have to be serious, adulting, serious, We don't have to give up the playfulness when we become a certain age. In fact, Spirit is encouraging us to keep it going. Keep it going. I'm just hearing youthfulness is in your heart. Youthfulness is in your heart. And when we think of children, children are some of the most non-judgmental, like in their purest form. I don't mean once they start to experience, life a little bit more, but when you have innocent children, they're so loving, they're so playful, they're so carefree, right? And so Spirit is bringing us to that point of embracing our inner child pre-trauma, right? Bring that playfulness back in. Playfulness goes hand in hand with love, right? It goes hand in hand with love. When there's love in the space, then you can enjoy life. Then you can feel that carefree feeling, right? I'm hearing you can also embrace yourselves for who you are. And when you're embracing you, you can embrace others, right? When we learn to love self with pure love and compassion, and we release judgment, right? We're able to do the same for others, because if we're judging others, it's because we're still judging parts of ourselves. But when we can truly understand that, hey, listen, I'm the divine having a human experience. You're the divine having a human experience. Your experience may be different than mine or similar, but you may be experiencing at a different time. And I'm just going to show up with compassion and send you love and light, you know? I'm hearing also it's time for you to stop dwelling. I heard in the past, right? Usually we hear dwelling on the past, but Spirit is saying dwelling in the past. Dwelling in the past. What does that mean? It means that right now you're in the present moment, right? So many of us, we're in the present moment, but we're replaying our past, right? We're attaching to our past experiences, our traumas, and we're expecting similar outcomes. And by doing that, we're creating those outcomes, right? We're not in the past in physical form, but mentally we're there. So we're still living back there. And Spirit is like, but wait, there's so much in store for you. Just let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Learn the lessons, gather them and let them be the blessings, and let it go. And I'm also hearing it's time for you to stop living in the chambers of your mind. It's time for you to start living in your heart. Allow your heart to wash away those memories of the past in a way that affects you, and just let it become lessons. Let's see what you all are saying. Alice Clarity say you're saying right. Thank you. And so it is. And so it is. Let's see. Ooh, now I feel like it would have been nice to grab a few more decks. Okay, so we got High Priestess of Water. Look at how pretty that card is. And then we also got Hope. Okay, so obviously, let's just state the obvious. There's a whole lot of throat chakra going on here, right? Whole lot. But okay. So what Spirit is telling me to tell you with the High Priestess of Water card, Spirit is saying when you allow yourself to tap into your intuition and just allow yourself to be in flow with that without doubt, I'm just hearing you're going to be A-okay. Even if you start small. Like some of us, I know a lot of you that are on today, you're like totally connected to your intuition, right? Like totally there, and even when we're totally there, we still have our moments, because we're human. We have our moments. We can serve everybody else from sun up to sundown. And then when it comes to us, it's like, okay, we got the answer, but sometimes we're like, okay, spirit, where's that confirmation? Or, speaking of confirmation, what I'd like to tell you is it's okay to ask for proof. You know, it's okay to ask for proof. Like when you hear me say, Spirit is saying to trust, have unwavering faith, be in flow, right? And then you may be a little skeptical of that. Well, you can ask the divine to show you signs that are clear to you so that you know that the divine is present. And when you get that sign, this came up before, don't doubt it. Don't, oh, it's a coincidence. No, it's the sign you asked for. So if you're someone that is not in that space of fully and completely trusting the divine and being in unwavering faith, start asking for spirit to show up. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a little secret about the plane and then we're going to go on to the cars. Okay, so today I was very specific. We were on the plane and I was very specific about who I'd like to be in that center seat, right? Because if the person's too big, or if the person is smelly, or if the person is, all sorts of things, and you're stuck on a plane with them for almost 5 hours, it's probably not going to be the best experience. So the first plane, no one sat in the middle. I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. The second plane, when we go from Houston to Knoxville, it's a really tiny plane, And then I always call in the angels, the protection angels, and I just, visualize and I ask that they're carrying the plane, So I kind of see them carrying the plane along like in a net, because it's like the kind of plane, that Aaliyah died in. So again, having faith doesn't mean human stuff doesn't come up, but when it does, it's what do we do about it? And that's how I combat stuff like that. Just call in the angels and I feel safe. So anyways, the person that I was asking to sit next to me on the first plane actually sat next to me on the second plane. Totally slipped my mind. And as we're on the plane, I'm like, oh, okay, spirit. So spirit is literally saying, like, see, when you speak it, when you request it, we deliver. So just notice things like that, right? But you can literally ask it to be a sign so that you can build your faith. Build your faith, because that's what it's all about, that faith. Because as you're embarking on this journey, you are going to be called to stand up in situations that you never would have thought you were going to ever be in. And it's going to require courage. And sometimes that courage is not there if you feel like you're alone fighting this battle by yourself. But when you know that you have a whole army behind you in spirit form, it becomes really easy to stand up, right? So start building that courage now. Ask for proof. You'll get it. We were always taught, those of us that come from a religious background, we were taught not to question God in some way. We were taught it was disrespectful. And it's not. It's not. You deserve to be able to feel fulfilled and know that I'm trusting in a source that supports me, right? So it's okay. Okay. So also what I'm being told to tell you is what the high priestess of water speaks about is that you are all knowing. And why are you all knowing? You're all knowing because you have the ability to connect to source. You have the ability to connect to source. So part of building your faith and knowing that you can trust in the divine, you know what I mean? That helps you to deeply connect to source, which helps you to heighten your own psychic gifts, your own intuition. And then when you heighten yours, you'll be able to help others do the same. It's like this cycle, this never ending cycle that keeps going. Hi, Mimi. So now with hope, I just heard don't allow your faith to die. But then also, what I was hearing was hope stems in lack. So it's about knowing, right? It's about knowing. We can hope for something, but when you're in your power, you know that what you choose is going to be made manifest, right? If I'm hoping for something, it's like I'm leaving it up to chance. I'm leaving it up to an outside source to make it happen. But when I'm fully in my power, right? When I'm in my power, now I'm in that space of knowing. Because if I speak it and I believe, it comes, right? If I choose it, it comes. So, what I'm being told to tell you is you must know that you have that power. You have that power. I just heard, can't stress it enough. You have that power. And now I'm being told to look at the bottom of the deck to see what card we have. Invisible. We got invisible. And I just heard there are sources that may not be visible to you, but they're there. And also, when I saw this card, it was speaking to some of you have heard me speak about how I cloak myself and I wear this cloak, this energetic cloak, where I become invisible to anything that is not of highest light and love. And if you're not doing that, I would say start, do your regular protecting and then just have this magic cloak that you see in your mind. You remember the story of the coat of many colors, however you see yours, and you just see yourself putting that on, and it's shielding you from anything that's not of highest light and love. So here's the other thing too. A lot of us are a little bit scared to activate our intuition fully and to really step into the realm of accessing our psychic gifts and our abilities, and really discovering who we are as light workers because of the woo-woo stuff that seems scary, the things that go bump in the night, right? But here's the thing, like anything, if we give it power, then it becomes real. And I'm not saying those things aren't real, because they are. But what I'm saying is, when you know that your faith, your protection, your angels, your guides are with you, there is nothing that's stronger than light. Nothing that's stronger than light. There is nothing that's stronger than love. Nothing at all whatsoever. So put your focus and your faith into light, into love, and let that be your strength, okay? Let's see. Okay, this is really random, and I'm going to say it. I was just told to tell them about stopping for red lights. Is there a meaning behind this, or is this for someone specific? I was told, nope, just say it and let it go. Does that resonate with anybody on right now? Stopping for red lights? Have you been running red lights? Okay, Spirit said now you can make it a message. Okay, now seriously, has anybody ran a red light recently? But what I'm being told to tell you is stopping for red lights it's also symbolic for like red flags. We'll see them, we'll get them, but we ignore them. Spirit says stop doing that. I'm hearing you're now in a period where you don't have time to waste. You're now in a period where there's certain lessons that have already been learned, and it's not about repeating those lessons. It's now about elevating and moving into the next phase. So for some of us, it's about breaking habits, right? It's about breaking habits. It's just like what I was talking about earlier when I said the experience I'm going through right now with my twin and how I was feeling so sad. And then it's like, wait a minute. I thought everything that happened in your life serves your highest good. Why you sad? If everything in your life happens serves your highest good. Get it together, right? So sometimes it's just habit. We react out of habit. And Spirit is saying, stop. Stop. Go into that divine place within. And when you're having a human experience, choose. Would you rather experience it feeling sad or feeling lost or feeling afraid or alone? Or would you rather experience it in that higher state of being where you can learn from it without all those emotions that keep you from the lesson, right? Now, sometimes we're going to feel emotions. Spirit is not saying that we're going to be void of emotions, but what I'm being told is right now, some of us are repeating cycles out of habit. Of course, there's going to be new cycles that we experience, but some of us are repeating cycles out of habit. And that's where you're being called to stop. I just heard it's okay, just regroup. Just regroup. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card. Let's see. Only Diamond said I haven't, but red's been a sign for me. How's your grounding going? Okay, now this card came in upside down, and it's friendship. I am deeply grateful for the gifts of friends. My appreciation for them is endless. How many of you are isolating a bit? I just heard stop isolating. I'm hearing it's time for you to get out there and experience all the joys of life. That includes socializing, that includes friendships. And as 19 is 10, and as light workers, we've talked about this. It's kind of a thing for us. We kind of do isolate, you know. At least I know Jillian and I, my last healing session with Jillian, um, I was telling her how for me, part of it is, when I'm in my own bubble, I'm able to really just stay in my higher state of being. It's the easiest. And when I'm out and about doing the human thing, it's not always the easiest, right? So spirit has told me that you can't be in that bubble. You can't be there forever. It defeats the purpose on why you're here. And that's for all of us. It's so comfortable in that little bubble. So comfortable. But we got to bust out. It serves our highest good. I was led to read from the book on this one. It says, I send blessings and appreciation for the gift of friendship to all those people that have been there for me, for the low-key, constant, reliable, beautifully ordinary presence each one shares with me. These friends are part of the loving fabric that is woven into the essence of my being. I carry them in my heart with love. I give thanks for the strengths and gifts friends bring to my life, their wise words and integrity, their compassion, their quirky humor, and their love. I am deeply grateful for the gift of my friends. My appreciation for them is endless. And the affirmation is, I am deeply grateful for the gifts of friends. My appreciation for them is endless. And so it is. When I was in Washington State, I was able to see my sister friend, and I felt so sad leaving. I was like, oh my goodness. Then when I moved, I didn't feel this, but I believe it's because I knew I was going to be back soon. And now it's like, I don't know when I'm going to come back. So I felt like the sadness, and she felt it too. I can't tell you how valuable it is when you know that you have people that have your back. As far as like friendships outside of my spiritual community and those I serve and those that serve me, I don't really have many friends. But through my spiritual community, like through RIM, I have an entire soul family. It's really strange because when I went through my healing, one of the things that I chose was to manifest relationships, loving relationships that were genuine, where the love was reciprocated equally. And I always say, little did I know that was going to come in the form of me serving. Because literally, those that I serve have become my family. And it's a beautiful thing. I don't just say we're soul family because it sounds cute. No, we're family, and oftentimes when you connect to your soul family, it's just a family reunion because you guys have done this before and we've done this together before, right? So whether it is a friendship, a sistership, a brothership, yeah, I said brothership, not brotherhood, whatever it is, embrace it, embrace it. And as I'm saying that, there's some people that are in RIM in our soul family, and they are not utilizing the gift that it is. Now, you may not be in RIM, you may be in some other soul family, right? But you may not be participating. You may not be allowing the members to serve you. And if that is you, whatever your soul family is, Spirit is saying it's time to embrace the gift that lays before you. That lays before you. Lays before you. I'm just hearing it's time for you to allow yourself to be served as you serve. That's pretty powerful. I know I've been guilty of being the one that was always so comfortable serving, but wasn't comfortable receiving. I mean, it literally took time, energy, and effort for me to get to the point of just being able to say thank you. And even still, it's not second nature for me. Still, I feel like when someone gives me something, I got to give something. Or I can give something and then the person will give something in return. And then I feel like I forget they're returning the blessing. It's not second nature for me like serving is, but Spirit is saying it's time for us to allow ourselves to be served too. So let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Alata, Mimi said that's me. Diamond said me, not on purpose though. I'm just really tired. Um, so Alata, I got on 40 minutes ago, literally just got home from the airport. Jillian had technical difficulties. So I know you were looking forward to Jillian tonight, but you got me. You got me. So let's see. Let's see. Alata said, hi, what's going on? I just messaged you, Nahkila. I was just thinking of you. Oh, thank you, Alata. I've been on live, so I'll see it afterwards. Alice Clarity said, I can't thank you enough, sending you love, light, and offering you my truest friendship as you are a gift. I have to go for now, but no, I send you much love and light, many blessings. Thank you so much, my beautiful sister. I appreciate you, and I offer you the same. Thank you for joining us. Diamond said, hey, Alata. Alice Clarity said, yes, a family reunion. Love you, sister girl. I love you too. I embrace you with open arms. Thank you so much. And I, the same. Every time you're on, I get chills. Seriously. Alata said, I sure was. Alata said, it's okay. I love you. So it's okay. I love you too. So you guys, you know what? I feel like more getting different decks. Are you guys good with these decks, or would you guys like me to go grab a couple of other ones? Let me know. I'm gonna pull from this one while I wait for you guys to let me know. Okay. Ooh, look what we got. Leadership. Whoop, whoop. Leadership. It says, Archangel Gabriel, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Okay, listen. Now, I can't tell you how many months we've been getting this message in roundabout ways, in very direct ways on Empower Hour. You guys remember, like, the message had been consistent. It's time. It's time for us to heal. It's time for us to step up. It's time for us to lead. It's time for us to answer our calling. It's time for us to live our purpose, right? Like, there's people waiting on us, right? If I just imagine, if I had pressed that snooze button when my alarm went off for me to wake up, those of you that I have been a vessel to help you wake up, and you've been a vessel to help someone else wake up, just imagine. And the person that didn't hit the snooze button when they woke up to help me wake, you know what I mean? That have been instrumental in my waking up. Think about it. Like, there are people that are waiting for you so that they can step into their calling. And Spirit is saying, it's time. It's time. Oftentimes we wait for that perfect moment, that perfect moment to say, now I'm going to do it. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. Now I feel strong. Now I feel connected. But the reality of it is, if you live through yesterday, today you're ready to serve and teach about yesterday. 5 seconds ago, you're now equipped to teach and serve about 5 seconds ago. There is no perfect time except now. Except now. And when we talk about that, building that faith, strengthening our intuition, connecting to the divine, right? Spirit will guide you. Spirit will guide you and show you the way and give you the message. All you got to do is be that rainbow bridge. Just show up and say yes. That's it. But Spirit is saying it's time. It's time. You may be called to lead through a platform like this. You may be called to life coach, mentor, do readings, have a YouTube channel, write a book, cook, work with children, interior decorating, doing hair. Like, we lead and we serve in so many ways. I'm hearing the song, This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And I'm hearing a bushel, a light in a bushel. It's like an image that's coming through. And what it's showing me is it's like a bush, really. Bushel, those are the guys talking. I don't use that word, bush. There's like a light shining in the bush, right? And you can barely see it through the thickness of the bush. But as I was listing different ways you can be in your leadership role and serve, it's because what Spirit is bringing forth is there's a space for us to lead and serve in every space, in every place, everywhere, right? So if I go to get my hair done and there's a light worker there, I may not go and seek out a spiritual community to receive soul food, right? But I may love to get my hair did, right? And so I'm getting my hair done, getting cute for Friday night, back in the day. And this light worker may be there talking to me about light work stuff and might click something in my head, right? So you just never know. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever your soul is guiding you towards. And remember the song we listened to, Ordinary People, right? Ordinary people. We don't have to have these amazing stories about how we're light workers in order to serve. Just follow your passion. Follow your passion. That's where it is. But it's time. It's time. If you're watching live or replay, it's time. It's time. Let's see what y'all are saying. Hey, Cheryl. Okay, Diamond said grab some more. Let me see. Okay, only Diamond said other ones. Okay, guys, I'm about to get up. My butt gonna be in your face for a quick minute. I still have on my compression socks. Oh my goodness. I know I've been missing the decks. The box is like way too heavy. I'm gonna go grab some. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll hurry. Okay. I grabbed as many as I could carry. Okay. I'm excited. We're about to have us some fun tonight. Let me close my door. All righty. Oops. All right. I'm back. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Okay. Let's see. I'm all out of breath. I was led to grab this one first. So let's just pull from this one and see what we get. Only Diamond said, I'm excited. Diamond said, let's party. Come through, Spirit. Okay, so listen, you guys, we got 5 of fire. And it says competing goals, bothersome details, conflicts with others. What's the message here? Okay, so instantly, what Spirit was just saying was the completing goals. It's definitely speaking to what we were just talking about us answering our calling, saying yes, getting busy, not waiting for that perfect moment. And also what I'm hearing with conflict with others, Spirit is saying there's really no such thing. The only conflict we have is with self. When we can reduce and rid ourselves of conflict with self, then we won't engage in conflict with others. Because it wasn't until I began loving myself, cherishing myself, honoring myself, respecting myself, showing up for myself with love and compassion in all things, that I was able to look at others and be like, bless your heart. You know how older people do. Bless your heart, sweet baby. You know, like it wasn't until then that I was able to take a step back and really show up in that place of compassion, right? So what Spirit is saying is, number one, everyone is a reflection of you. And number two, get you together. Get you together. It's never about the outside world. If you're feeling like you're in chaos with someone outside of self, Spirit is saying, look within. You know, oftentimes we're pinpointing what this situation created or what that person caused, and we're forgetting to look within. And Spirit is saying that's where it all starts, is right there. And take that fire and burn it off. Just burn it off. Release it. Burn it off. Let it go. Now, here's a deck, you guys. You know, I don't do tarot, right? I don't do tarot, but I have this beautiful deck. Sometimes I pull for personal, but I will do this like regular oracle. I'm going to give you the message I get from Spirit. It's not going to necessarily be what the traditional tarot deck meaning is, but Spirit, all of those. Okay. And I just told, yep, and that one right there. Spirit guided me to grab this deck, so I grabbed it. Let's see what the messages are. Okay. Oh, it was only 3. It looked like more. Ha! Look at that. So we got the Magician. Can you guys see that? We got 4 of Wands in reverse. And then we got 7 of Wands in reverse. So, number 1. Okay. So number 1, of course, what Spirit is saying, tap into your inner alchemist, your inner magician, your master manifester. Like, you guys notice that there's a theme. There's nothing that we can't create. Why are we still in a belief system that there's things that we can't do? There's things we can't shift. There's things we can't change. Like, why do we still live in that space of doubt and fear? Like, it's so outdated. Like, we know better. We know better. It's like a kid going up to an iron that knows it's hot because it just burned his finger and ain't gonna touch it anyway. Like that's kind of where we are now with doubting ourselves. I'm just hearing it's time for you to trust and know and do whatever it takes to get to that point. Because part of your journey, part of your power comes from you being in this space of knowing, right? It comes from that. Listen, let me tell you. Okay, part of you guys know when I was telling you that I was manifesting a certain person to sit next to me when it was a 3-seater in the middle of me and the other person. Well, part of what I requested is that they were skinny, right? That was part of it. And I'm telling you, on the next plane, the girl fit the exact description. I mean, to the point like my arms were bigger than her thighs, and I was like, "Really, Spirit, you went real extreme on this one." But it's that kind of testing the divine so that you can get into that trusting. What's something that you're choosing to manifest? Like, put it in the comments. What's something that you're choosing to manifest? Something that you're choosing to manifest that you don't necessarily feel 100% equipped to manifest, or what's something that you feel is an obstacle in your life right now? Something that you're experiencing that is an obstacle in your life. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Yes, Only Diamond said, if you're doing well, I am too. It's true. Diamond said, I own my magical abilities 1,000%, and so it is. So let me just see. I'm going to ask Spirit. Spirit, what is the message here? Okay. So, okay. So I'm getting a few different messages here. But wait, just slow down a little bit so I can remember it all. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay, so look at the card with me, you guys. Okay, so what I'm being told to tell you with this, okay, look at the guy sitting there, right? And you see how, number one, he has that divine light pouring in on him, right? And then he has those ankhs, which represents eternal life, right? And then he has what looks like God's pouring these unks on him, right? And he's just sitting there, all in his glory. And then look at these people, these women on the side, just bowing down, right? And look at how he's that animal rug is laying there. So listen, there's a few things coming through. Now, number one, what Spirit is saying is that when you have the light of the divine shining in on you, right? You have God's assisting you, pouring that eternal life. Just, because number one, we're souls. Eternal life is ours, right? We're immortal. When we think about it, these bodies will go, but this soul will continue on. And what these women that are bowing to him represent is, when you're in that space of manifesting, right? It's like, okay, so in REM, Nikki just shared with us about the situation with her move, right? And here's the thing, when she was stressed out about it, I'm like, what would you rather have? Because when you choose what you'd rather have, what happens is you can have 50 people that are involved in the situation, right? That have a determining factor. And when you're in your power and that magician energy, those people will bow to your will. And they won't even know why. Now, this is not manipulative magic, right? This is the manifesting magic, right? It's not taking away their free will, but what they'll see is the light, right? They'll see the light. Oftentimes, people will go against something just for the sake of going against it. But what will happen is, through your power of manifesting, they'll just bow to your will, right? That's the power we have. And then when we look at the animal, how he's like on top of that little animal rug, which I wouldn't say go kill animals and make rugs, but this is just symbolic of how everything, you have the flowers, you have the mountains, you have the sun. It's symbolic of how everything on this planet, everything in the cosmos, everything on this earth, everything in the sky, everything in the sea is there to serve you. when you're serving the light, right? There's nothing. Now, the other thing that Spirit was also having me point out is that when you're in this powerful place, don't get arrogant, right? There is a strong difference between confidence and arrogance, right? And Spirit is saying, just remember to remain in that place of humility, because it's really easy when you tap into that place of that divine wisdom, when you tap into that place of bending reality, shifting reality, creating reality. It's really easy to fall into this place where you lack humility, right? And when you start lacking humility, that's when all those beautiful, light, bright blessings become not so light and bright. So let's see what you all are saying. Diamond said, I choose to manifest a new car to replace Rosie, my current car. And so it is. Okay, Diamond, so what new car are you choosing? And I'm feeling a his. What's his name going to be? 726 Monica, welcome. This is your first time on here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You said smooth transition for relocation, new job, debt free. And so it is. Where are you moving to, if you don't mind saying? I know some people ask me that, and I don't always like to say publicly, not because I'd rather not tell you guys, but I have an ex that I'd rather not know where I'm at. Ooh, spaghetti sounds good. Diamond said Audi A4. He's not named yet. Yeah, those are beautiful. Down south. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so it is. And so it is. As I have transitioned down south myself, the one thing that I just said the whole time is everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. Everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. And whatever money I circulate comes back to me, multiplied tenfold or more. Now, let's see. What's the message with this one? Okay. So I'm getting a few things with this one. First, what I was hearing is there may be chaos and confusion. But when we talked about standing firm and standing tall and that unwavering faith, right? When you stand in that space, it doesn't matter how much chaos, how much confusion is around you, you're still going to be standing firm and strong in your power. Also, what Spirit was saying, you have the ability to create the chaos or to create the calm, right? By you standing firm and living as an example, people will get tired of their chaos and confusion that they're experiencing. And when they get tired enough, they're going to be looking at you like, okay, sis, okay, bro, I'm ready. Like, I'm over it. How did you get all that peace? I'm ready. Give it to me, But here's something that I'd like to share with you all. There are going to be people that see your peace that you've obtained, and they're going to be like, oh, that looks so good. I would really love some of that. But they're not willing to do the work. They just would like the result without the work. And so Spirit is saying, I'm hearing be careful and be mindful of those people. Allow Spirit to guide you in every situation, because those people become energy vampires. Those people become energy leeches, right? Now, the ones that are choosing to do the work, those are the ones that you're being called to put that extra energy into. But the ones who just see the result and that's what they're choosing, but they're not choosing the work part, Spirit is saying, let your life, your example through your living be the energy you put into those people and save the deep energy for those that are willing to do the work. Because as light workers, sometimes we just, we love everybody and we like to serve everybody. And Spirit is like, but you still got to be mindful of your energy, because not everybody is willing to do what it takes to get what you have, right? Mimi said, I choose to manifest love. So it is. My question to you is, how are you loving you? How are you loving you? Because the sooner you start loving you, putting you first, giving yourself permission to be happy, even in situations. I don't know if you were on earlier where I was talking about how things took a turn with me and my twin flame, and I was feeling all sad. And then I'm like, wait a minute, Nahkila, what you doing? You don't have to feel that way. You can choose happy, right? Everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. So if this is happening, it's for a reason. I ain't fighting it. I'm with it. You know what I mean? But what are you choosing in the meantime while you're waiting for that added love to come? Are you loving you? Because that's how you're going to attract it. When you're loving you and you're showing up for you the way that, if you have this ideal of what love is, what that looks like, what that feels like, but yet you're not giving that to yourself, you are going to attract a mate that's meeting you where you're meeting yourself. So love you first, put you first. Okay. Look, we got new beginning that came in upside down. Let's go ahead and flip it. And then we also got balance that came in upside down. So I just heard embrace the new beginnings. Thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I am ready. And thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. Okay, so I heard for some of you, it is about embracing your light and shadow self. It is about embracing yourself. That saying that says, do no harm, but take no SHIT. Oftentimes as light workers, we think, yeah, that's not how a light worker is supposed to be. And absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. I don't believe in turn the other cheek. I don't believe that I'm going to turn the other cheek for you to slap the other side. I may not strike you, but I'm definitely going to grab your hand and squeeze real hard. So, sis, you're not about to slap me again. You know what I mean? You're going to feel it, right? I just heard you are whole and complete, as above, so below. Again, we've had this message come through before that some of us are shaming parts of ourselves, right? Experiences that we've had, decisions that we've made, situations that we've created, moments that we've lived, relationships we've chose, right? Whatever the case is, Spirit is saying, don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be beating yourself up. You are whole and complete. Every part of you, whole and complete. So if you had to live in the gutter in order to get to the sidewalk, in order to get to the stairs, in order to get to the house, what did you learn along the way? What did you learn when you were in that gutter? Because while you're in the house, somebody in the gutter is going to be peeking out, looking at that house like, oh, that's a nice house. Oh, man, if only. Oh, I can't ever be in a house like that. But then here you are. Guess what? I was in the gutter too. And this is what I learned. This is what helped me. And so now they're looking at you. Well, if they could get out the gutter, so can I. So there's purpose for it. What did you gain? What did you learn? What are you doing with it? Right? Remember, where there's love, nothing else can exist. Where there's love, shame can't exist. Where there's love, doubt fear, stress, worry. None of that can exist. Ego, it fades away. So let's see what you're saying. Mimi said, by putting myself first. Yes, yes, loving myself. Cheryl said, I don't recall hardly ever hearing or seeing the word manifest like I have within the last 2 or 3 years. Awesome, awesome. You're so amazing, Cheryl. So let's see, balance. Thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. Did you guys hear that? Thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. Let's just say that every day, right? Because how many of us feel a lack of balance? Are you working and then you get home and you're super tired and you don't feel like you have energy to give to your children, or better yet, yourself, right? Because self is first. Children, everything falls under. Everything falls under. And think about it, right? When we talk about, if we think about how we were taught God, family, right? How did it go? You guys know the order: God, family, right? What was the order? I don't even remember. But when we think of us being the divine, having a human experience, right? We come first. We were taught that our children come, God, family, spouse, right? Isn't that, or no, spouse falls under family. I don't know. Somebody tell me the order. God, family, career. Okay. So see, but listen, when we're the divine having a human experience, we come first. We come first. It's not making us any less of a mother, less of a father, less of a husband or a wife to put us first. We're even better when we do that. But just say this every day. Thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. Claim it, even if there is no balance, every day. Thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. I am so grateful for this balanced life that I live. I am so grateful for all the balance that I have in my life, and so it is. I just heard balance is key to prosperity. Prosperity, you guys, I say this every time. Whenever I speak of prosperity, abundance, I'm not just talking money. I'm talking about the things that really matter, like peace, love, happiness, playfulness, all those things that really count. And finances are included. But balance is key to prosperity. And if you have none, just start claiming it like you do. Get excited about it. What does a balanced life feel like to you? If your life was balanced, what would that be like? If when you woke up in the morning, you woke up feeling good, throughout your whole day, you felt good. You felt like there was enough hours in the day to get everything done that serves you and those you're called to serve, right? I just heard again, it's time for you to stop living in the past. A lot of energy is being spent in that past. It's making you tired. It's draining your energy. It's not leaving you any room for self-improvement, any room for self, any room for love. Also, a lot of us are living in the coulda, shoulda. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Let it go. Take those. Okay. Look at that. We're talking about balance. And this says synchronicity, but typically when we see that symbol, it's balance. And it wasn't no coincidence that the synchronicity part was covered, because Spirit was driving home the message of balance. Okay, so we got clear your vibes. Archangel Metatron Diamond. Look who's showing up for you, sis. And it says, thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. And then we also got the miracle of nature. Some of us are still not utilizing those miracles that lie within nature. Monica said confirmation and encouragement. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. You always make me blush. It says, thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. And look, she looks like she's waking up to a new dawn. And then I just heard a whole new world. But in my mind, the words was a whole new earth. I don't know. It was weird. Also, I was just told some of us are being called to connect to fairy energy. And the reason being, okay, wait, let's just back this up because this is pretty cool. Okay, so look at this. We're going to just cover the synchronicity. Well, no, we're not, because now guess what? This is a synchronicity. So first we have this brings home the message of balance, right? But then also look at these two cards. And when you think of the energy, the difference in the energy, it reminds you of this. So we have that really strong, powerful, solid energy that we call on and we work with, but we're forgetting that playful energy, and the fairies bring a lot of playful energy. So go into nature and just set the intentions to connect with fairy energy. Just set the intention and see what happens. And when you do, come back and let me know, whether it's on our Empower Hour or next time we're on live like this, and let me know what you found and what you discovered. And look, we have 7 people on, 4 likes, and that equals 11. Oh my goodness. And we were just on 1 hour, 15 minutes, and whatever seconds, but altogether it equaled 11 at the time. So Spirit is also reminding us of this gateway that's open, our ability, our power to send commands out to the universe and have them be made manifest. So as you all were talking about, what you're manifesting, the number 11 is letting us know, choose it. So Cheryl, I mean, in terms of when we think of a fairy, think Tinkerbell, this little creature right here. Like fairies, lightning bugs remind me of fairies, but they have really playful energy. You know, oftentimes they appear to look like that. When I saw a fairy in my room, it was green, like light, green light, and it was fluttering around, very playful energy. It may manifest to others in different ways, but it's playful energy. They can be spirit guides, they can be messengers, like literally the fairies we see in books and fairy tales, like they sometimes do come manifested in that form. But energetically, it's just a really light, playful energy. Sometimes they're mischievous. Like if you find things missing in your house, sometimes the fairies are hiding keys and things like that. So, oh, thanks, Cheryl. Cheryl says she just made it 5 likes. So, Diamond said my boy Metatron. So yeah, so connect, but set the intention to connect with fairy energy. Now, here's the thing, you guys, no matter what we're connecting to, always make sure we're choosing it to be highest light and love, because if we're not choosing that specifically, then we know that it can be any and everything. That one? Okay, no. The power of surrender. Let's see. Spirit's got a message for us for surrender. And you know what, you guys? I didn't even tell you that I'm doing mini readings tonight. But if you're interested, I can. It's not a big deal. I just felt led to get on with you. But if you're feeling like you'd like one, just let me know. And I will do 1 or 2 or 3 or however many. Okay. Why is it upside down? So look, we got surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Okay, and this is the second time we've had a mirror come up. And I just heard scurrying. So you know what though? Listen, speaking of mirrors, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to turn the camera and let you kind of see. I'm not done. That picture's going up above my bed. But you guys see that mirror on the floor over there? That mirror goes over my dresser. And it was not until I moved here that I decided to once again put my mirror up. Before, I chose not to because I was living in fear. Because, mirrors can be portals, right? So I chose not to have mirrors in my room at that time. And now I feel strong enough and confident enough to where I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. So my mirror is going back in my room. But what I'd like to let you all know is, for those of you that have mirrors in your home, I have mirrored picture frames, wherever there's a mirror in your home, just take your hand like it's a door 3 times, close it like you're pushing it closed, and just set the intention. This is not an entrance. Whatever is on the other side, stay where you are. This is not an entrance. Whatever's on the other side, stay where you are. You're not welcome here. Because literally mirrors act as portals, and entities and energies can enter your space through those mirrors. So just make sure that you seal them and you're fine. Just seal them. Now back to the creativity, surrender to creativity. So Spirit is saying surrender to all ideas. So as we're talking about and continuing with the message we've been receiving, right? About allowing ourselves to trust and be guided. Spirit may bring you to something. Diamond, that A4, Mimi, that love, right? And it may be something, Monica, your move, right? It may be something that feels so out of the ordinary that Spirit says, okay, do this. And you may be like, do what? Wait, what? And it just may be so far-fetched. But what Spirit is saying is part of you getting the things that you're choosing requires you to not second guess, to not doubt, and to just be in flow with faith. Because I'm going to be the first one to tell you, and I know you guys can relate, Spirit will have us jumping through some crazy hoops sometimes. Even the way messages are delivered sometimes. A lot of times I'll be like, really? Why couldn't you just say that? You just took me in this whole roundabout way, had me sitting here wondering, where are we going with this? Just to get here, I could think of 50 million ways you could have said it to me that would have been so much easier, right? But they'd be like, nope, we're going to make you jump through hoops. So what Spirit is saying is that part of it is your test, because as you ascend to different levels on your journey, it's important for Spirit to know that you're able to surrender, even in those times where it feels super duper crazy. Because the deeper you get, and this rabbit hole runs deep, the more truth that's revealed. I mean, the more that you see reality is not real at all, what we know to be reality is not real at all. When you see what reality really is, it blows you away. Blows you away. Blows you away. So, and as I'm saying that, this card, how Metatron's cube is behind him, and then we have the feathers, and I'm just like grids. And there was one night I was laying in bed and I just started to see, you guys remember like in the Matrix how those green numbers, I just started to see those numbers just, in the room, just like that, those numbers, they just were there. And it was like, oh, okay, cool. All right, cool, Spirit, what message are you bringing me now? But yeah, the deeper it goes, it blows you away. So Spirit sometimes will test you to see how much crazy can you take. It's actually not crazy at all. It's just that we have this limited belief of what reality is. We have these limited beliefs in what we can do and what this life consists of. And what we're doing now is we're cracking it wide open, and we're now starting to see truth. And it may feel a little crazy at first, but Spirit is saying, trust. It's not. It's not. You aren't. It's not. This limited world that we live in is the crazy, because we're limitless beings. Okay, all four. Hi, look, you guys, we got it again. Surrender to play. We got the playfulness card from that other deck. It's important. Also, as we're speaking of crazy and cracking things open, when we were kids, our imaginations ran wild and we believed in make believe, right? And Spirit saying get back to that child space, but it says take a break from overthinking a goal, do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So you know what? Your self-care time doesn't always have to be a bath, a spiritual bath. It doesn't always have to be a massage or connecting with your ancestors. Sometimes your self-care can be running through the woods barefoot, connecting to fairies. Sometimes it could be letting your inner child take over, right? Now we also got, and this came in upside down, surrender to prayer. It says, give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe and answers and support will arrive. So the reason this is coming in upside down is because we've talked about it before when we talked about how we've been taught to pray, dropping to our knees, which is a sign of being subservient, right? Which means we're less than, right? Which puts us in a lower vibrating state. Begging, please, right? Which implies that we're powerless and we're looking for a source outside of self to provide us with something that we feel we need, right? Right? So, excuse me. The reason it's upside down is because Spirit is reminding us to shift how we pray. I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you for that Audi A4, Diamond. This is just thank you. I'm so grateful for my Audi A4. It is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, I'm so grateful. Thank you. As opposed to, oh God, please give me or bring me or, Mimi. I'm so grateful for this love, this self-love that I have. My self-love is so strong and powerful that I am attracting a mate, a spouse that has that same level of self-love, and we're coming together beautifully. I'm so grateful for the respect, the love, the loyalty, the faithfulness, the playfulness, whatever else you choose, right? So shifting. Thank you, and so it is. I am so grateful. Abracadabra, and so it is, right? Surrender to success. So many of us fear success. Why is that? Because as light workers, we've already felt a little different. We've already felt like outcasts. And then don't let us get some success, boy. All those people that hated us when we were still living in the gutter, when we get to that house, oh my Lord, they really gonna feel some kind of way. And it's lonely, right? But Spirit is saying, forget that. Surrender to success, because you know what? You're here to serve. That's why you don't fit in, because you're meant to stand out. Yes, I just went cliche, but it's the truth. And then when you surrender to your success, you're going to elevate and your circle's going to elevate. And then those people that were once looking at you like you had poo on your face are now going to be inspired by you. But you can't block off your success because you're choosing to remain in that space of making other people happy and comfortable, right? It says you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Man, all the things that we're able to create. As I said that, it just reminded me, I saw the most beautiful sunset today on my way home from the airport. The Uber driver even was like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm like, oh, it was so beautiful, so beautiful. And as I'm saying it, it just came up because it just reminds me of like the endless possibilities. It was almost like the divine just took a finger and the clouds were just evenly, like this, one like this, and the clouds. The driver was even like, how does that even happen? Is it from the planes? I'm like, I don't think it's the planes, but it's beautiful. Beautiful. And then surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Whether this is love, whether this is friendships, career, whatever it is, you deserve love. You deserve to be treated with the utmost of everything good. So surrender unhealthy relationships. Let it go. Don't accept it. Don't accept it. A lot of times it's a worthiness issue. That's something that I've been choosing to make sure I've got intact, is making sure that I feel worthy in all areas to receive greatness, right? It's something that it serves us to do. Where is my worthiness meter? Let's see what y'all are saying. Diamond said, and so it is. That's what I do with my mirrors while saying, this portal is now closed. I do it 3 times. Your little light workers will remind me of if I forget. And I'm glad you said that, because it's important. Anytime we do things like that, it's important that periodically we do it. It's just like smudging your house, We're not going to just do it once and then think, oh, I'm good for life. No, we do it periodically. And you'll know, it doesn't have to even be like a on a schedule type thing, you'll just know. Pay attention to that energy. That's part of oh, I left cards out. You know, when someone was on one of the pick a card readings and was saying that she would like to see the cards, you know, and after that, spirit led me to start sending energy for each card so you can start to feel the energy, because it's really important that we get into the habit of feeling energy, like knowing what our energy feels like when it's at its highest level or at a level that is our norm, so that when energy is entering our space, our energetic field that is not our norm, we're aware. But also in your home, you know, do a good cleansing of your home, smudge your home, clean your floors with some Florida water. You can even mix Florida water with some water, put in a spray bottle, spray around, you know, get your home good and spiritually cleansed. And then just like after I do a deep clean on my house, I like to just sit in the feeling, you know, it feels so good and peaceful, right? Like do that and then sit in it and feel what that feels like. And then as the energy starts to get stagnant, you'll be able to feel when it's time to cleanse, right? You'll be able to feel when it's time to have maintenance. So it's important that we learn to feel our way through as opposed to being systematic. Okay, I'm going to pull from the Keepers of the Light deck. Alata said, I'm back. Welcome back, sis. It feels so good, you guys, because listen, the reason why I'm so hyped is because I'm almost done. I'm literally almost done. I have just a few more boxes in the living room, have a few things to hang in here. But it feels good because at first I felt like I was in transition. I was in such a disarray and I felt disconnected from you guys. And now I'm like, yes, I'm ready to go. So I'm feeling pretty good. My flight, I left to go to the airport this morning at, what was it, 6 is when we left? Ooh, take that one too? Okay. Any more? Ooh, okay. And it's been kind of a long day, but I feel energized. So we got the Hope card again. Look at how beautiful that is. Those colors, just that color, the yellow. It says love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Didn't we just talk about the worthiness thing? Spirit's driving it home. It starts there. If you don't feel worthy to receive greatness, you won't. If you don't feel worthy to achieve greatness, you won't. You won't. And if you're saying out of your mouth, I am choosing to manifest X, Y, and Z, but you're getting R, T, and Q, well, then it's about checking you and figuring out what's going on internally that's blocking you from receiving what you're saying that you are choosing. And oftentimes it really is a worthiness issue, right? We can take all the steps to get to a certain point in life, but if we're going through the motions and we really don't feel worthy, we're blocking whatever blessings. And speaking of blocking, we got Kali Ma. And it says, facing fear, major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. The reason I looked over there is because on my chest, I have a tapestry of Goddess Kali. You can't see it from, looking at it because Goddess Kali, Goddess Kali doesn't always appear like this. You guys know Goddess Kali is that fierce mother warrior spirit that will chop off the heads of anything that's low vibrating, not serving us. She holding heads in her hands, got a waist full of arms, and it looks a little gruesome. So it's something I choose not to just have hanging in my house, right? But it's on my chest and the energy is in my space. So as we're talking about those feelings of worthiness, call on Goddess Kali or whatever deity that you connect to that represents the same energy to just cut it at the root, right? If you're feeling unworthy, cut that mess at the root. You are the divine having a human experience. What is unworthy about you? Nothing. The divine is worthy of all things great. So we have help. We have help. Which one first? Because that didn't come first. Okay. Spirit said go with ancestor spirit. So we got white eagle, ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So as we're talking about that feeling of unworthiness, oftentimes it does stem from things from childhood, right? I mean, where else does it come from? It's something that was infused into us. And the reason why I say childhood, oftentimes some people may say and society, but it starts with family. It starts there. And society can solidify what the family has already instilled, right? There are cases where the family can be rearing you in a way and building you up in a way, and you can still fall victim to society, you know what I mean? But a lot of times it comes from family. It comes there. You guys remember when Monique used to talk about how beautiful she always felt and how her father had everything to do with that, you know what I mean? So when we have those feelings of not feeling worthy, there's some trauma we're being called to heal. We're being called to heal it and let it go. That's simple. I mean, I can't even say anything else about that. We also got Bridget, inner strength, and it says, move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. And this came in upside down. And the reason is we've been getting a lot of our power cards today in reverse. Spirit is telling you, move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. And that comes from healing. It comes from healing. It really does. Like, that's how my journey started. I healed first. Once I healed, I opened myself up to a whole new world of feeling whole and complete. It wasn't just a feeling, it was a knowing. Like, you can't tell me I'm not whole and complete, right? But I had to heal first. I didn't have to. It served my highest good to do so. I chose to. I healed first. Because as long as I was operating in that space of trauma, I couldn't get it together. It was almost impossible. It didn't matter how much I said what I was choosing, how much I said I desired. It just didn't matter. I was always reverting back to that tape, that narrative that continued to play in my head, re-victimizing myself through my thoughts and my belief, vibrating at that frequency, recreating experiences that solidified what I believed to be true. But when I healed, the narrative changed. The vibration changed. What I attracted changed, right? And it's not to say that certain things don't still come up, but look at what I told you about the whole twin flame situation. Yeah, I was feeling real down, and it's like, wait a minute. I don't have to feel like this. I'm just going to choose happy. If I wasn't healed, I'd be stuck in that woe is me, because once again, I would be feeling unworthy, unloved, all these things that my trauma told me was real that I now realize is not. So healing is important. Healing is important. Let's see. Cheryl said, how do we connect to our higher self? Well, the number one and easiest way is through meditation. Like, that's the number one easiest way. And literally, that was how my healing journey began, was through meditation. I had been asking, what is my purpose? Why am I here? So sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and being miserable. And through meditation, I heard the answer. So it really starts there. If you're not meditating every day, do it. 5 minutes, that's all it takes. 5 minutes a day. Morning, 10. Morning and night, 5 minutes. Just breathe deep, connect with your higher self, set the intention to connect with your higher self. And even if you breathe yourself into sleep, it's fine. But yeah, it starts there. It will start to dissipate, Cheryl. The clutter, the chatter, trust me. Okay, I was such an overthinker that it was crazy. And my mind would not shut off. I had insomnia for many years because my mind just wouldn't shut off. It just wouldn't. I couldn't shut it off. But the more you practice, like when those thoughts come into play, acknowledge them. Thank you. Push them away. For me, when I first started, I used to say in my head, inhale, and then I'd inhale, exhale. And I just over and over, because that was distracting my thoughts. You can chant, Shrim Brazi. You can chant Om. You can chant whatever you feel. You can have a mantra that you say, I am peace. Whatever it is that resonates with you, to keep your thoughts focused and just deep breathe, as slow and deep as possible. And then exhale as slow as possible out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just practice it. The more you do it, it'll become easier. It'll become easier. So, pull any more cards? Okay. So who all is on? We have 6 people on. Who all is on right now? Leave me a comment and let me know who's on. Cheryl said I have songs playing in my head a lot, just a whole bunch of stuff. When you hear those songs, dissect the lyrics. Dissect the lyrics, because sometimes there may be messages there. Okay, so Alatha's on, Diamond's on, Only Diamonds is on. Only Diamonds, what is your name? Okay, we got the absence card, and it did come in upside down. And I'm being led to read from the book on this one. I was like, what is that? Huh, picture's pretty cool. So let's see. What is the message? This is the deck that Nikki bought me when we had the 2018 Activating You retreat. Nikki actually bought me this deck as a gift. I was so grateful. It says, is this the one? Wait, is this the one? No, this isn't the one. This isn't the one. But she got me a deck. I was so grateful. It reminds me, the energy of it reminds me of that deck. But it says the earthly meaning is absence makes the soul grow stronger. The absence of agenda, stress, or the desire to wear a mask is required so you can be fully present once more. However, it is not what is present, but what is missing that it says needs your attention. Rather than fighting what you don't choose, put your energy into what you do choose. But first, rest. Constant illumination brings burnout. The spiritual meaning is meditation connects you with your inner world, Cheryl. It says, where time melts into eternity and love is always present. Journey in meditation through the endless dimensions of self. Gaze into the dark mirror of eternity and see the infinite light of your soul. Relax and go within each day, even if it's only for a few minutes. Dark, quiet, inward journeys can be as illuminating as bright outward ones. And then the insight is the sun, stars, volcanoes, fireflies, jellyfish. They are many sources of light, but there is no source of darkness. In a time outside of time, before creation, before birth, before light, there must have been darkness. Nothing makes darkness. No energy is required to sustain it. Darkness cannot be boxed up and taken away. Darkness is nothing in and of itself, and yet it is potentially everywhere. Darkness is the absence of light, the absence of creation. Darkness is inevitable and it is necessary. Without darkness, plants can't survive. They need the night so they can breathe and process food properly. We all need the darkness in the absence of the light. We create space of rest, healing, and intimacy. It is possible to fight the dark. It is impossible to fight the dark. Do not wrestle with it. Embrace it. You knew it in the womb as a place of safety, formation, and growth. When you are ready, rested, and healed, you can emerge and be present in the light once more. Okay, so this is so beautiful because it touches on a few things. Number one, it spoke of meditation, sure, what we were just talking about. But also, it brings me back to something else. I was getting downloads on the plane, and we kind of briefly touched on, how things that we give power through our belief in it and what we perceive to be reality brings it into power. Well, the same goes for darkness. We also kind of touched on it when that one card showed up and it was like the angel was stepping out, but you could see the shadow, and spirit was saying that some of us are we feel shame about our shadow selves. And so spirit is really bringing us into that remembrance that as above, so below. One can't exist without the other. And so when we talk about being whole and complete, to give one more power or one more illumination or saying it's better than the other, it disempowers us. Because if we're whole and complete and our wholeness includes both, it's about our perspective on it. So the way this just described the dark, it described it as a time of rest, a time of rejuvenating, a time of coming back into wholeness with oneself, right? But when we think of darkness, this is why I don't like to use the term light and dark, or white and black magic. Those terms, it gives power to things that doesn't deserve power, right? So I'm just hearing embrace who you are fully and completely. Why did I just rub my face like I had a mustache? So yes, embrace. I'm just hearing fully and completely, whole and complete. Let's see what you all are saying. Cheryl said, I love nighttime and rain too. Diamond said, side note, I'm super excited about the 2020. You said 2029 activating your retreat. I'm excited about the 2029 one too, but I'm even more excited about the 2020 one coming up in October. And we actually still have 2 spots available, 2 spots left. So anybody that is interested in joining us for our soul family reunion, come on down. I'm about to say a lot because I've been getting that message that a lot is meant to be there, which means we have 1 spot left. Why did I have that little country twang there? So listen, we got reaction and we got fortitude in reverse. Let's go ahead and turn it right side up. And I'm going to read from the book for these 2. Start with fortitude. Okay, so fortitude, it says, the earthly meaning is, okay, it says try to see name calling, but we know when we say try, our unconscious mind hears don't do it. So, but we're just going to read the book as it says. It says, try to see name calling, roadblocks, or challenges as insignificant annoyances. So let's just say, see name calling, roadblocks, or challenges as insignificant annoyances. You can see this through. Strong foundations, core values, and lofty ideas will outlast, outsmart, and outclass a detractor. It will take less energy to stand firm now than it will to back down. Steady your focus on the bigger picture. Be stoic. You can get through this. Remember, we got that message earlier to stand firm. Stand firm in our beliefs. Stand firm in our light. Stand firm in who we are and what we came here to do. The spiritual meaning is that you are dearly loved is an eternal truth. For the grand cosmic scheme of things, love is the only thing that never changes. When all around you changes, as it most surely will, love will always be there. The fact that you are clearly loved will never change. For to love is love's will. And the insight is the mountain watches the comings and goings of time. Snow or fire may ravage its surface, but its center is unchanged. Ice drifts into streams that reach to the oceans. Ash sinks into soil and rekindles growth. You are a mountain. The coming and goings of life might rage on the surface, but your center is strong, watchful, and enduring. Harsh words, criticism, and doubts are like pebbles. They might be flung your way, and you may notice them, but they cannot touch your core. The mountain is anchored deep in the earth and rises above the clouds. Feel the sure footings of your foundation. Connect to your center that cannot be rocked. Rise to your lofty heights, and you can see forever. That's beautiful. And you know what it reminded me of? My grandfather used to say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. It just reminded me of that. On my popo. Yeah, you used a lot to say. I was like 2029. There will be a 2029 though. And by the time we get there, it is going to be epic. Epicer. Because they're already epic. It's going to be epicer. You just made up a word, epicer. Okay, let's see. A lot that I know what you're over there thinking. So we got reaction. The earthly meaning is denial, numbness, or misplacement have compounded unresolved emotions. An emotional reaction may have been off balance for some time. Uncomfortable emotions are powerful signals. Uncomfortable emotions are powerful signals. That's good. Respond with compassion, careful consideration, and awareness. Respond with compassion, careful consideration, and awareness. Limiting emotions restricts access to truth. The person who can only feel positive emotions does not recognize a villain. The person who only feels anger cannot accept love. Here Spirit is again, as above, so below, driving it home. But did you just hear that? So you have, and our brother Javi is always bringing this up. Like, this is something Javi used to always tell me he appreciated, is that I don't paint this picture of light work being all unicorn farts and rainbows and ice cream sundaes, right? Because it's not what it is, right? But listen, Spirit is saying, when you are always stuck in that space of, it's unicorn farts and blah, 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 blah all the time, then you don't recognize when danger's present, right? And then when you're someone who's always on the other end, you don't recognize love. So what are we being called to have? Again, is balance, whole and complete, embracing our full selves, our full experience. And then the spiritual meaning is observe your emotions and consider what they are signaling. To a large extent, really quick, let me go back, because what Spirit was also telling me was oftentimes we run from our emotions because, let's just face it, it doesn't feel good when we're in an emotional state to feel those feelings. But remember, you got to feel it to heal it. If you don't feel it, you can't heal it. The only way over it is through it. So the spiritual meaning, observe your emotions and consider what they are signaling. To a large extent, how you react and respond to life depends on how you perceive it to be. Step away for a while. Clarity requires balance and detachment. Let love be the catalyst for an enlightened outcome. Accepting your emotional self leads to being calm, composed, and blessed in every solution. The insight is water reacts to cold and heat by changing form. A seed reacts to the presence of water, oxygen, and the right temperature by germinating. Plants react to light, vinegar reacts to baking soda, and iron reacts to oxygen. Some reactions are instant, some are slow, but they are natural and predictable. Human reactions are much the same. Inhaling pepper will make you sneeze. Peeling onions will make you cry. A baby responds to hunger by crying. Being threatened will trigger a fight, flight, or freeze response. Sadness, anger, and fear are innate responses to emotional, mental, or physical hurt. As children, we express those feelings as signals for help, love, comfort, or nurture. The capacity to interpret our emotional reactions with awareness is a distinctly human trait. Not responding to your world is not possible. Expecting to manage, control, or deny innate reactions out of existence is like continuously turning up the heat and being surprised when the water boils. That's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Epicer, yeah. I almost was like, wait, is that you telling me your name? And then I realized it's Epicer. That's how you spell Epicer. Oh my goodness. But yes, yes, yes. Spirit has really come through tonight. Which deck is like the final card? Okay. This one. This one, I believe, is when what's her name? Doreen Virtue decided to become Christian again. I believe this is when she made this deck. Is it Michaela? Is that how you said Michaela? I'm like, is my deck upside down? Oh, okay. But listen, there are no mistakes. So we got this card upside down. But as I look to see if the whole deck was upside down, look at what we got. Okay, first of all, you see this sticking right on up? We got this too. Now it says cooperation and partnership bring great rewards. And what were we talking about with the card we got earlier about friendships and soul family? It says two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed, right? And then we got be the love you wish to receive. Mimi is not even on no more. Okay, Michaela. Awesome. But listen, weren't we talking about this too? It says, those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Now let's get to the card that we pulled. And this one was in upside down, but it says, face your future with boldness and strength. As soon as I pray, you answer me. You encourage me by giving me strength. And look at how beautiful that card is. So when we talk, wait, I moved it pretty quick, huh? When we talk about abracadabra, as I speak, I manifest, right? Set the intention and just choose that when you speak, you manifest positive abundance in all areas of your life. Like, set that intention. I kid you not. Since I've been saying everything that happens in my life serves my highest good, I'm a master manifestor. I create positive abundance in all areas of my life. As I speak, I create positive abundance. Abracadabra. These are things I say, right? I kid you not. It happens just like that. Just like that. And it's like the more you put the energy into that being your reality, it goes from a process that gets you there to be an instant. It literally does. It goes from a process like where it takes days to like, it's like, oh, I did just ask for that like 5 seconds ago and now it's here. So literally set the intention, be in that belief that you have the power to create. Your words are powerful. Your intentions, your feelings, your beliefs, all these things that we talk about all the time. You possess it. Start saying it. For those of you that are in the United Light Beings Awakening group and in RIM, I shared what I say daily. And I invited you all to start incorporating it in your daily saying. I don't know if you have, but if you have, I'd love to know what the outcome has been, what results you've been noticing as a result of doing so. Because it really is powerful. It really is powerful. Let's see what's on the bottom of this deck. Unity. We got unity. We can't do this alone. And what's that? Magnetism. But yeah, Spirit is letting us know we can't do it alone. Unity. It's time for us to unite as light workers. It's time for us to come together. It's time for us to serve self, serve our soulmates, because those that we're here on earth to serve with are our soulmates. It's time. It's time. And speaking of time, for us to come, look, here it is again, for us to come together and unite. If you guys have been thinking about joining our RIM Soul family, I'd like to give you a personal invite to do so. We will actually be having our monthly group session soon. I'll be setting that event up, Diamond and Alatha. I'll be setting it up to let you guys know when it's going to be. Maria works 7 days a week and she doesn't get off until 7. So I told her that I would keep that in mind and be scheduling some of our group sessions so she can actually join and not just catch the replay. So coming up, we may have one that starts a little bit later so that she can be on a live one. It won't be all the time, but just giving you guys a heads up. But yeah, I like to invite you to join. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can let me know and I will share the links with you so that you can join. It's an awesome support system, not just me supporting, but Diamond, Alatha, Nikki, Jillian, Javi. These are people that you guys are aware of because they're active here with us on YouTube a lot. But we have some other amazing light workers there too. And then we do have monthly group sessions, and I'm there, whether you reach out or whether you put it in the group. And again, so many light workers there serving. It's just amazing. Diamond said, yes, I love the group sessions. We're family, truly, truly. It's true, and that's the thing. Like I said, when I was going through my healing, and I had chose that I would find these great relationships, I would manifest these great relationships because all my life I have been that friend or that sister. Like if I say we're friends or we're sisters, I'm all in. I'm for real with it, right? And I would be just serving and giving, and I get stabbed in the back and well, you stabbed me. I thought we was friends, and it would hurt. And then I got closed off. But again, I was vibrating at that frequency of the belief that I would be abandoned because that was a part of my trauma. So I was recreating these experiences and friendships and in every area of my life, right? But little did I know that those relationships that I was speaking of manifesting would come in the form of me serving. By me serving, I now have a soul family. I have family. It's amazing. It's beautiful. So I'd like to invite you to join us. I'm going to pull one more card. Let's see. Alatha said, me too. But look at this. Me too, Diamond. Leadership. You guys saw me just shuffle. Archangel Gabriel, it's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Can't make it up. Let's see what's on the bottom. Remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. What's this one? Because it's sticking up. Clairvoyance, Archangel Raziel, I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. That's so awesome. So awesome. Another thing you can do? Whatever archangel you feel most connected to, finding out what color is associated with them. And then you can see yourself when you do your auric field strengthening, or you see yourself in that energetic bubble, see yourself in a bubble that's associated with that color. You can also wear colors that are associated with those archangels, just anything to bring that energy in, call on them to guide you and assist you on your journey. You don't have to remember all of them and what they all stand for or represent. Just pick out the one or ones that resonate most with you. It's like crystals. When people ask me about crystals, like I'm no crystal expert. I created a manual that explains crystals, the usages, how to clean them, what they're good for, But as far as when you ask me about crystals I'm wearing, I'll tell you what they do for me. Because one crystal can do multiple things. I'm not about to memorize all that. I'm going to tell you what it does for me and then tell you to Google it, because what it does for me may not be the part of what it does that resonates with you, right? It's the same with the archangels. You guys, excuse my nose. I had caught my son's cold and I took elderberry syrup. That was something that Jillian recommended. And it worked. And I take echinacea, I drop it in orange juice, and I had gotten all good and better. And then on this little mini trip, I believe I caught someone else's virus. So I'm back at it with my echinacea and elderberry syrup. And now I'll be taking my sea moss. So this will be gone briefly, but for now, my nose, it's one of those where your nose just kind of feels like you have to sneeze. So tonight was amazing. Thank you guys for letting me get on and serve. I've truly missed you. This was the nightcap for the soul for tonight. Um, Actually, I believe one may actually still post, but it was nice being here with you guys. So is anyone interested? Oh, we got 7 on and 7 likes. 7. Oh, coincidences there. So is anyone that's on right now that's not already in REM interested in joining our REM Soul family? Let me know if you're interested at all. I missed you too, Diamond. I did. I did. I truly did. Let's see. Diamond said Raziel, my other favorite. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, a lot that just said, pull the one sticking up the gold on top. Let me see. I didn't even see. Was it this one? Prosperity. It says, Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Yes, love it. That wasn't the one? A lot that said no, but I like it. I like it like that. I like it like that. Was it this one? Comfort. This one? Comfort, Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. And we don't ever have need, in our lowest moments, those moments where we feel low and alone. We're just being told that we're comforted. We're comforted. And here's teaching and learning. It says, Archangel Zedekiel, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. Each one teach one. Oh, you are so welcome, Monica. So welcome. You're so welcome, Michaela. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys joined. I'm so glad. And I'll see you next time. Invite your friends to come and subscribe and join us. I love these lives. It's so much fun. So much fun. I am probably going to take a shower. And the reason I say probably because it was a shower or a bath. At first, when I was on the plane, I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna take a bath tonight." And now I'm like, I'm gonna shower, make it quick, and meditate my way to sleep. So I thank you for allowing me to serve you, and I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. And I will talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your night. Let me see, you guys are still talking. Diamond said, "Yes, thank you, Nahkila. It's spiritual bath time for me. I know. What time is it right now?" Oh, it's only 9:51, but it feels so much later. That's because I've been traveling all day. Duh, huh? The shuttle took me to the airport at 6 a.m. So yeah, that's why I feel like it's later. Probably a bit jet lagged being on a different time zone before. So it's 8:51 where you are, Cheryl. So you're on Central Time? And you guys, look, we literally wrapped up right on time because the battery is not in the red zone yet, but it's actually about to be there. Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Where is everyone located? What state is everyone in? Alata's in Cali. I just got back from being on Pacific time. What state is everyone in? Alata, you're in Cali. A few people are not on with us anymore, but what state? Oh, Cheryl, you're in Alabama. Awesome. You're not too far then. I mean, I don't know exactly how close you are. Diamonds in Ohio, but I remember after the Be Beautiful conference, there was someone that was actually driving to Alabama. We were in Georgia. Georgia's only 3 hours away from me. I'm in Knoxville. So yeah, we how close is Alabama to Knoxville? And you guys, oh, that feels so good. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be getting naked. Not really. Um, but Spirit has placed on my heart to do a United Light Beings Awakening tour. So it'll be where there are speakers and we will be interacting, and it'll be something that's not like retreat costs. Like the tickets will probably be 111, and still deciding if the first one's going to be in Tennessee, Atlanta, or somewhere else. Most likely Tennessee, but letting Spirit guide me on that. So keep your eyes open for that. I'll be letting you know when all that's going to happen, but it's something that Spirit told me to start doing, so I'm obeying, I'm obedient. I'm actually excited because it'll give us an opportunity to come together. Probably for it'll probably be like a 2 or 3 day event, maybe 2 to 3 days. Again, still getting the details from Spirit, but I'm really, really excited about it. So yeah. Diamond said, I thought you just took a lockout. No, but you know what? Sometimes on the ends, I'll have like I'll have like little balls, and then I'll like pull them, and my son's like, I hate the way that sounds. It's like because I'll rip it out. But no, I'm not taking any locks out. No, no, no. So you're in deep in the South. How close is Alabama to Tennessee? That was a string. It wasn't a lot. I actually really love it here, you guys. It's so amazing. I didn't think I was gonna love it this much. You know, I thought actually I knew it was gonna be. I knew it was the place for me. I just didn't have any ideas of how much I would love it. And I actually didn't know that it was gonna be like an instant love. Like even when I came back and the Uber driver was bringing me home and that beautiful sunset, I was just like, I just heard Spirit saying, "You're home. You're home," and it was just beautiful. But I really, really love it here. It's amazing. The energy feels so good. So good. I'm set up my grandparents' altar, but I can't find the box that had like all my stuff for my Goddess Lakshmi altar. Oh, okay. That's not that far. My dad is 8 hours away, and that drive wasn't so bad when I was rested. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah. It's my goal to meet each and every one of you in person at some point in time. That's my goal. It's my goal. So, well, I am not going to keep you guys. I will say, I know it's late. It's really not late. I just feel tired. But I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. Thank you for being here with me and allowing me to serve you. And thank you for all the love and support that you guys have been showing the Feature Friday guests that have come on. I appreciate it, and they do too. Javi, Nikki, and again, Jillian will be on. What it was is that we weren't aware that when you accept the role of manager, it takes 24 hours to activate, right? And so she accepted the role, but when she attempted to go live, today it didn't allow her to, so that's why she wasn't on. But she felt horrible about it. I was like, let that go. Everything happened for a reason. It's okay. We're human stuff happens. Technical difficulties is a part of being human, and the good thing is we don't pretend to be these superheroes. We let everybody see us as human, and human stuff happens, so it'll be fine. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Cheryl. I receive it, and I'm sending you a big hug back. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Jillian's gonna do. She connected with Spirit and kind of shared with me, and I was like, okay, I just got off the plane. Soon as I get home, I'm tuning in. So I'm excited for you guys to feel that energy healing. It really is amazing. It really is amazing. So, and just a heads up, the mini readings are super easy. We know how that works. You pay your 20, you ask your question, you get the reading. But the way it's going to work is because energy healing is a bit different. what she's going to do is allow spirit to let her know, connect with you, and let her know where you may be experiencing a block. And then, as opposed to getting your mini healing live, what she'll do is give you a time slot, and then she'll be connecting with you energetically at a distance, and you'll have the option to lay and rest and relax while you're receiving it, or you can be going on about your day. I recommend being in a position where you can relax so you can actually feel it, because then you can see how powerful the healing energy actually is. And that's how that's going to happen. So it will be more personal as far as you receiving your mini healing. So, yeah. Well, have a good night. Love you. I'll talk to you later. Wednesday, Empower Hour. I'll see you then.